How do you stay motivated? How do you personally, show up every day? What's your leadership style to stay in the game?
I think it starts with finding that obsession first, right? I've been reading a lot, and I have a couple of friends that are entrepreneurs that, going to say the word burnout has shown its face to them, right?
Yeah.
And then I just had this conversation with a friend last week, like, I don't understand how I didn't hit that burnout point over the last 6 years building Pave, because it's insane, right?
It is.
But not even close, right? And people always worry, like, Steve, you're doing too much, you're working too much, take a weekend off. Like, I have not had a vacation since before COVID.
Right.
So how's that possible? And it's, tunnel vision, obsession, taking the first step of making sure your life's ready for it first. So you don't want to impact other people through that journey, because it does become all-encompassing. So I was lucky. I kind of cleaned that part of my life up so that I could take on a journey where I just stayed focused and kill it. But then what keeps you going, right? One is always be delivering. So if there's something, some new breakthrough every single month, or something a problem you solve for a client that's totally unique, that's now something that can transfer to multiple clients. Those little things keep you going all the time. It doesn't matter how hard you're working and how much stresses the business life does face you, because there's a ton. But then it really gets down to the people, right? The people is the biggest juice, right?
Yeah.
That keeps you going. So just watching, like, we have a big operation in Vietnam, but it wasn't big. I started there jumping on a plane, not knowing anyone except for my CTO today that's over there, knowing he can't be unique. There must be more engineers just like him in Vietnam. Yeah, I was right. There's tons of them. Go to Vietnam, right? If you're ever looking for engineers. And then, starting at like a little co-space, Dreamplex, with only 6 people, and then going, only 6 months later, and having to find a new location, do all the renovations all in 3 weeks, and get expand the team to 40 people, and then never going back, because I've already put the right people in place. I've never had to go back to Vietnam for the last 3 years.
Wow.
But it's now 186 people full time, and it's a 5-story building, right, with a big Pave sign out front. Amazing, right?
Yeah.
And then you watch the people that started, the 6 core people that I hired when I first went over there are still with us. But you see from their skill sets that they just didn't have the opportunities we have, like, especially in business and operations and that type of domain. Normally expats come in and take those jobs. Well, they don't get the opportunity. We gave them all those opportunities. And watching them grow and become like the best I've ever had in like HR, operations, all that stuff. We're building people, and how do you not get motivated from watching that? And I'm doing the same now with the machine learning team here in Ontario, watching the coming out of university, starting to get their first job in AI, and watching them grow. And then we've got our core product team here in Ontario that we're also growing up, and watching them, like, they're getting exposed to so many things they never would have, but watching how that really builds them up as people, you can't ask for a better motivator.